Alright, I don't know how to drive. Nope, no I don't. I'm in a completely different area. I'm in Dempster, Skokie right now. Because, like I said, I'm bored, jobless, so nothing else to do, just travel, I guess. Travel. I'm putting that in quotes because I'm still in the Chicagoland area. To me, traveling is like going out of different states or whatever. I technically, this entire time, could have been doing that. Yeah, because I need to go to Tampa at least once. Tampa, Florida at least once. That way I can, at least use my, my, Busch Gardens Tampa, season pass. So, hold up. Alright, so yeah, I don't know how to drive. So, technically, I've been wanting to drive for a long time. I remember, I believe back in 2000, I think it was 2010 when I have started to collect cans because I really wanted to buy stuff. There's something on my glasses. I wanted to buy stuff. So I started collecting cans because I needed some money. So any cans like I had to be at least 10 years old. Any money I had, I've decided to, any cans I got, I started just collecting it. I remember counting probably a minimum of like in the 500s. I was planning because, yep, 10 years old, I was 10, I remember. Because it was my 4th grade teacher, Miss Z, is the one who said 40 cents per can. So I was doing the math to see how much money I was gonna be getting. 40 times, I'll just say 40 times 500. So that's 5, that's 20, about $2,000. I really thought I was gonna get some $2,000 something dollars. What I was planning on to buy was a Nintendo DS. Because I always wanted that, still never got it. I don't need it no more. I'm sorry, I'm trying to wipe my glasses. Hold up, there's something over here to wipe my glasses. Yeah, I always wanted a Nintendo DS, but never got one. Never got one. I hate the fact that it just gets stains on it. Never got a Nintendo DS, so, there's that. I don't need it no more. So, alright, that's done. Yep. So yeah, I'm thirsty now. Hold up. Alright. I am replenished, as they call it. So yeah, I was saving up that money or whatever. And one thing I remember, I was planning on to share the money and everything. Especially to one of my childhood siblings back in the day. When I was 10. And even one of my extended childhood family members, he literally was doing everything. He knew I was collecting cans, so he did everything he could to actually help me get this money, that's for sure. So, I remember he came up and he gave me his beer cans or whatever. He was helping me that day. So yeah, and spoiler alert, he is no longer with us, so, I remember hint, the uncle who let me use his phone back in that church. And I watched. It was my very first Sonic Generations clip I watched. It was Green Hill with Perfect Chaos song, and then I seen the metal song. So that's the uncle who I'm talking about, right? So rest in peace to him. F in the chest for him. So I haven't seen him since probably that time ago. So. Yeah. I wish I was able to see him at least one last time, but it is what it is. Anyway, so he was helping me collect the cans or whatever, giving me the cans or whatever. So yeah, what inspired me to collect the cans is when my 4th grade teacher said, help get cans or whatever. So I managed to get some cans. I turned in my cans, and then she said you can get money from that. So then obviously I started collecting the cans. So I'm getting to the story. I'm getting to her. I know I'm off topic. So now I have all the cans or whatever. I remember passing by a lot. I remember passing by a lot every single day from school. Okay. So, and I seen a car up in there. So I'm over here looking at all these cars or whatever. And I would have promised I seen a car around $300 something. My eyes clearly was not working. That had to be at least 3,000. Those numbers, it had to be at least 3,000. So yeah, I was planning on buying a car and driving and stuff like that. Oh, I remember, I think even telling one of my childhood parents that I'm gonna be, driving. They was like, you can't drive, you gotta wait until you're 16 and have drive something. That's okay, I'll at least have the car. I'll at least have the car beforehand. So yeah, so that was my plan. So, I guess they were supporting of it. And then next, when I turned in them cans, it was only a couple pounds. It was kind of heavy at the time, but I only got $11. It was 60 cents per pound. So I only got $11. If I do the math, then we could, I don't feel like doing the math right now. So yeah, so that was upsetting. That was alright. So I just left to the side. And then eventually I started having dreams of me driving and stuff like that. And the dreams, I don't remember if I crashed or anything, but it was a dream. So yeah, it was just dreams doing dream things. So I guess moving on, fast forwarding all the way up to high school. I'm 16 years old. I was wondering, when am I gonna learn how to drive? There's driving classes. Okay, I'll just take that. So then I'm over here, expecting that, I thought driver's class was a thing that automatically happens. But no, it was actually a thing. That was actually an extra paid, thing. So, and I remember the teacher who I wanted. I wanted my PE 3 teacher, my junior year PE teacher, to teach me. And I believe he was. I think he was the one. I think I remember asking him about that. Because, everyone was driving. I'm junior years old. I was, I think, 17 at the time. Okay, only a year well, my voice wasn't like that. Okay, only a year has passed, so I should be able to. That's okay, 17. I can learn at 17. So then, now I'm wondering, like are my parents, well, at least specifically childhood father, like, can you teach me, or older brother, can you teach me, or whatever? But they never gotten the chance to teach me. So yeah, so now I'm 18 years old, and I'm in my what I call down era, because I met my biological family. So now I'm at GP High School now, the Chicago graduated high school. I'm over here, still trying to figure out when I'm supposed to be learning how to drive. I thought I was supposed to learn how to drive like 2 years ago. And don't get me started, why in the world is the cheerleader girl I was interested in, not liked, but interested in, knowing how to drive, but I don't. She definitely ain't gonna want to be with me. So there's that. So now I'm over here seeing myself, oh man, my friend is right. Our lives definitely is different. The cheerleader girl, she knows how to drive, have a job and everything, versus me, I don't know how to drive and I don't have a job. So yeah, this thing definitely, chances are we ain't getting together. So there's that. Let me stop talking about her. So yeah. Anyway, so now, why I talk about her occasionally is because there was a chance that we was gonna be together. Clearly that girl, she had a little small thing for me. I think she had a thing about black guys, and I happened to, fit the description of what it is she wanted. So yeah, and then she liked my nerdy stuff. So yeah, I don't want to talk about her. Anyway, so now I'm over here, in GP High School or whatever. So I decided to take it upon myself and ask, okay, how do I get driving classes or whatever? So I didn't know that was a paid admission. I didn't know that was, you had to pay for that. So now I'm over here. I got a bus. So now I'm over here, trying to, I actually got the class. I'm over taking class, and it was my period. It was my my gym teacher. my PE teacher, he at GP High School, he's the one who taught the class or whatever. And then, you know, I didn't know that was something you had to pay for. I didn't know that. So I told him, I put him to the side. I was like, I don't really, right now I don't have a job or anything, and I'm always going to the city outskirts of of Chicago. I'm always going, because every single weekend, I hated being in my household, my biological family's household, so much. I decided to every weekend I go to my childhood family's household every weekend. So yeah, which is actually quite a fun time. I'm not gonna lie. I was able to have a bit of both. I'm not gonna lie. So yeah, and then, you know, I like I said, I pulled the the dude, my PE4 teacher, aside and told him, oh, she is pretty. And she's some blonde. So yeah, whenever I see blonde, you know, blondes, they really hit different. So yeah, anyway, so, and I also should mention the cheerleader girl also was a blonde. So yeah, anyway, so I'm over it. I pulled my PE4 teacher / the driver's ed teacher aside and told him, right now I don't have a job right now, and you know, I get money like at least like, I don't know, a few dollars a week. So is that fine? So then, is that fine? So, and then, how is that fine? Like I can help you pay that way? I was like, that's fine. And then the following week, I was about to give him my first portion of the money I was going to give him. And then he was like, okay, I have that portion ready and stuff like that. I was like, you know, Remarco, don't worry about it. You don't have to pay for it. I got it. I'll take it. I was like, you sure? Like, thank you. And you sure? Yeah, it's fine. Whatever. And then he said, and then I think he said, because you was good to my brother-in-law, you don't have to worry about it. Because the thing is, my PE4 teacher, his brother-in-law was my sophomore year gym teacher. So yeah, so I still had original acts. That was cool though. That was cool. You know, even though I left I ended up leaving my my original high school and JW High School. I still have access to JW High School through my period 4, you know, my senior year gym teacher. So yeah, it was crazy. The brothers-in-laws, and the first thing, because I was wearing my PE uniform, my yellow PE uniform. He's like, you went to that school, Ray Marco? I was like, yes, yeah, Did you have Mr. what's his name? Mr. W. Mr. W is like, yes, he was my sophomore year PE teacher. He was like, I am his brother-in-law. Let me text him right now. And then he text him right now. So he texted him. He said, Ray Marco, he said you was a good kid. I'm in my head like, kid, whatever. But so yeah, that was real cool. Anyway, so you know, he helped take care of my driver's class or whatever. I'm technically not supposed to be walking. He helped take care of my driver's class. You know, I passed it. I think I still got all the paperwork. Well, not physically. It's still in Georgia, but so yeah, I passed the class. He told me I need to get the money order and then some other money for the. Do I still got it? My phone might be in my book bag. I'm about to pull this out. Hold up. Yep, I still got it. I still got it right here. I still got it. Hold up. Is my thing still charging? Yeah, it is. Right here. Driver's ed payments. $20 money order for the permit and $50 online for the range class. I actually still got this. How old is this? Last edited 2018. So yeah, unfortunately, back then I didn't know what a money order is, and I kind of still don't, honestly, but unfortunately I couldn't move forward with that. So I'm just sitting here not knowing how to drive. So I thought eventually, okay, if I can't get into school, then I get it later. Hopefully my childhood, you know, parents can teach me, or at least childhood adult siblings teach me or whatever. So there's that. Now I'm 19 years old. I'm trying to, you know, it's about to rain and I'm walking, and I don't got my sweater. I'm over here, you know, trying to, like, you know, like, hey, you know, my childhood parents, you gonna teach me how to drive? You gonna teach me how to drive yet? Not right now, son. I got to work, which was understandable. So there's that. So that's pretty much it, and all the way up until now. All the way up until now, I'm still sitting here. Oh yeah, there was one point around 2018 where this was after I graduated, like months after I graduated. I'll say probably like July. I'll say like July 2018. It is about to rain. It is about to rain. July 2018, where I have decided to go shoot. What's it called? July 2018, where I decided to actually go to the, you know, to the DMV, okay, to see. You know, I gave them my information. I gave it to them like, hey, I passed the class, blah blah blah, this, blah blah blah, that. I still didn't have any money though. No, yeah, I did. I had some money on me. I think I had a few, like $20 on me or whatever. I thought that was enough. So when they looked at my paperwork, they was like, oh, this stuff is outdated. You will have to retake the entire class. I was like, all right then. So I'm back at square one. I gotta take the class all over again. So now here I am, all the way up to now. Update. I still have not. And there were times where I was trying to, you know, convince my childhood father to, you know, to like, hey, let me get behind the wheel. Let me get behind the wheel. And I was like, nah, Ray, I can't do that. I'm serious. Yeah, I know you're serious. That's why I'm not letting you do it. So yeah, and I just wanted to pull the car around. That's it. And that was gonna be my first time, but he never did, which understandable, you know, safety reasons. So yeah, so I tried my best to, you know, observe how he was driving, and how, you know, some of my my older childhood sibling, you know, so I was really trying to, you know, at least observe whatever. I remember asking questions sometimes or whatever. So yeah, all the way up to now, I'm over here. The latest driving information I've done was at my former grocery store job, when I was working overnight. What's his name? Obviously, I'm not gonna. I have the footage actually. I'm not gonna reveal his name, but stop sign messed up. Hopefully it doesn't rain too bad. So anyways, he was like, how don't you know how to drive? I'm like, well, I never got a chance to. They never taught me. I don't know if they really was interested in teaching me, or they were just too busy to teach me how to drive. What about school? We couldn't afford it. We couldn't afford it at the time. So here I am, still don't know how to drive. And you know, now that I really think about it, most of us of our post-childhood family, we don't know how to drive. Most of us don't know how to drive. I can think of like I think five or six of us only know how to drive. That's like half of us. I think it's 14 of us of my childhood family. So yeah, this rain gonna get worse. So yeah, most of us don't know how to. I think that's half of us that don't know how to drive. So yeah, this rain gonna get worse. Just don't get worse. Them clouds behind me looks terrible. So yeah. Update, you know. The latest driving thing, you know, was when my former coworker, I told him I don't know how to drive. Let me teach you, okay? I was like, okay, sure. After work, let me let you drive around the parking lot. All right, sure, no problem. And I did. I have the footage. I had to record that. I had to record the footage of me, you know, driving the vehicle for the first time. It was a white van. It was pretty old, but I'm gonna have to take a bus. I drove his vehicle. I guess I parallel parked. I parallel parking and stuff like that. It was nobody up there, so it was just me and him. up there. So driving his van. So you know, I drove his van a little bit, you know, in circles. Getting used to the braking, you know, is one thing I need to get used to, that's for sure. Hold up. Yeah, I need to get used to the braking. You know, my braking is a bit on the rough side. Not like, you know, like that. It's more like that. You know, I kind of ease into the hard braking. So yeah. And then, you know, I parallel parked, and this was a big van. So that's the first vehicle I've driven. I pretty much immediately, I had to, obviously adjust the seat to my, you know, my height and, you know, and all that stuff. So yeah, you know, I just drove around circles a few times. And yeah, I might upload that footage one day, but you know, I don't want to, you know, reveal his name and all that stuff. I might have to edit it and stuff like that. I was gonna post it to Facebook. So yeah, but anyway, so there's that. You know, for the last bit, he's like, you did pretty good. You parallel parked. I only parked once though. I only did like a few laps clockwise around the thing, and it is kind of steep turns as well. So yeah, once I parallel parked, that's when I, you know, he was like, once, oh, you did pretty good, and I go ahead and drive me down to the storefront. I was like, okay then. So you know, and then he said stay in your lane, so I managed to stay, and then I corrected it and stuff like that. So now I told him, while going downhill, I let it, my foot was hovering over the brake. My foot was hovering over the brake, and then I was, you know, pressing it slightly as I was going down. You know, that, like, you know, because gravity and stuff like that. And my mind's in like roller coaster mode, because, you know, braking, that's where I'm trying to. That's how I judge my driving per se, or anybody else's driving, braking. So yeah. So now I drove him down. You know, I stopped at the yellow line, because this store, you know, there's a parking lot, a second floor for the parking lot. So, you know, I stopped, and then I managed to, you know, I believe stay in the you know, in the lanes, you know. And then I managed to, you know, brake. I pushed the gas a little, to my feeling, you know, not too fast, but, you know, still a little bit too fast for me. And then, you know, I kind of slipped on it. I'm trying to look for the brake a little. So then once I found the brake, that's when I managed, you know, brake. But my braking was a little bit too hard, because I hovered over the brake. But, you know, once I reached my minimal, you know, threshold to stop, you know, before, you know, the cross, that's when I, you know, like, I pushed it a little too, not like it was more like that. It was more like that, if you know what I'm trying to say, okay? So yeah, it's just the braking, you know. That means, as far as from that little small feel of driving, have I done? I mean, it was, he said I did cool. I'm not afraid to drive. I'm just more concerned about other people driving, because people in Georgia, they drive crazy. And I'm pretty sure they drive crazy down here in Chicago as well. So yeah, up here in Chicago. So that is pretty much it, you know. He said you gotta work on your braking. Unfortunately, we did not get a chance to get another driving session. So, you know, there's that. So I'm here in Chicago. Now, what should I do now? What is the plans for the future? What is my plans now? Well, hopefully I can learn how to drive sooner than later. 24 years old, I still don't know how to drive. I would have to redo all the tests and permit class, but I'm gonna have to pay for all of that. I really don't want to spend my savings money to do that. And even if I do, now I gotta save up for a job now. No, save up for a car now. That's a lot of money. Like, and then considering used cars are very expensive, and then you gotta have insurance and everything. Like, how in the world am I gonna ever drive? In conclusion, it just brings me into the question: will I ever learn how to drive? Will I ever drive? That's my question. Will I ever? Because if I use the money I have now to learn how to drive, like get the permit, get the driver's license, I feel like I can do that, but now I just wasted money knowing how to drive. And don't get me started, what if I fail the driver's test? Because I don't have a correct feel of how to drive. That first time me, driving my coworkers, car, a van in this case. Yeah, that first time I was just getting a feel that's it. So now I have a bit of a small feel of how, driving is like. So now I know what to expect. And like I said, braking is where I judge myself now. So yeah, anyways, yeah, finally conclusion. I don't really know, because with the current money I have, I can learn how to drive. I can, pay for a class or whatever. But at the same time, once I don't want to use that money, our savings money, to, learn how to drive, and then I won't have the money, to get places, to go to jobs and stuff like that. Because I'm over here applying for jobs that's too far away from my house. Kimball. Yeah. I was at Kimball today, since I'm riding these trains every day. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I think that's it. I don't know how to drive, and I could ask somebody how, can you teach me? But at the same time, people got their bills to pay, people got their stuff to do. They got to, I understand. Then some people probably don't want to trust me, which is okay. Ewing, that's cool. There's another Ewing. Yeah, that's pretty much it, And ain't no way there's no $1,000 car. There's got to be something wrong with that car. Gotta be. And then I really don't think I'll be able to even afford a car. And then I don't want to be paying no, $500 something a month, or even let alone $100 something a month. I don't want to do that, for real. Taking a picture. I don't want to do that. So yeah, I had to take a picture. So yeah, I don't want to do all that. So I just really don't know if I'm ever going to, successfully drive. And unfortunately, I'm another statistic as far as, young people not knowing how to drive. It sucks, but it is what it is. My parents didn't teach me how to drive. Nobody taught me how to drive. My childhood parents didn't teach me how to drive, so there's that. It's not me blaming them per se. I'm just saying, it highly affected me. So now I'm 24 years old, man, don't know how to drive. Don't get me started with the dating stuff. Here I go. I'm about to piss y'all off. Chances are a female, let alone a white one, because that's a blonde to be exact, ain't no way she gonna be going for a broke black dude who don't know how to drive. The fuck? For real. So yeah, unless there's always possibility. So but chances are they have baggage, but everyone has baggage. By baggage, you know what I mean. The kinds of stuff I always talk about. I don't want to talk about dating. Finally, in conclusion, I don't know what to do. I don't know if I'll be able to pay all this junk. I can't. I'm pretty sure it'll take forever for me to save up to get a used car. It will take just forever. Where am I? McCormick Boulevard. I decided to walk because I'm bored. I had nothing else to do. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I don't know how to drive, but I think I know where I'm at. I think I know exactly where I'm at. So yeah, I know I'm headed towards another CTA station though, that's for sure. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I think I'm done. Otherwise, this is about to be 30 minutes. I don't know how to drive. Hopefully, sometime I'll be able to, hopefully sooner than later, I'll be able to know how to drive. Because, it's unfortunate I don't know how to drive at 24, but, it's a lot of young people. A lot of young people don't, oh my gosh, some people don't want to drive. Some people in my generation don't want to learn how. But I do. I want to. It's just right now, I cannot afford it. And time is money, so people I know, I'm wasting their time, now I'm wasting their money. So yeah. Otherwise, that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching. That's my driver's update, so it's sunset. It's literally sunset. That's for sure. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe.